What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if, a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you are ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
There for the Pierre Governor girls. We'll see if the Governor boys can shock the world, so to speak, and close out the regular season against the unbeaten Sioux Falls Roosevelt Rough Riders. We are in the sophomore game, third period, running down with just a couple of minutes left in this one. Sioux Falls Roosevelt looking very good in this game as well, 67-48. In fact, I think we've got freshmen on the field right on the court right now, and I was told that the JVs and the sophomore games both went to Roosevelt here. But for the Governor boys, it'll be a matchup perhaps just to try to see if they can figure some things out as they come off of a loss against Sioux Falls Jefferson 64-54 on Tuesday night. That was a game where the Jefferson Cavaliers just proved themselves to be a little bit quicker than the Governors were. I think in the second half, Governors certainly caught up to the speed of the game and played much better. In fact, I think outplayed Jefferson in that second half, but they'll need 32 full minutes of playing very well to get this one today. The defending champion, Sioux Falls Roosevelt, is providing the hospitality and the opposition here today. Our Becky Potts of a State Farm pregame show for game number 2 of our girls and boys doubleheader from different venues comes up after we'll be able to take a 3-minute timeout, and we'll come back and take a look at another look at the standings, the power rankings, and the updated look at the South Dakota High School Activities Association website. Run down a schedule of events that are still going on and some games that have still yet to be played today, and even the rest of this weekend, and even on Monday there's still some regular season games to be played in Class AA, so we'll run that down with the state of basketball coming up. Got here just a little bit too late to get any interviews done. Of course, just pulled in and set up shop here after being at the state wrestling tournament today. We'll take a look at how the Governors are doing in their third place match. They did defeat Harrisburg on the wrestling mats today in their first round duel, but were beaten by Brandon Valley in the semifinals, now wrestling Watertown for third place at the Danny Sanford Premier Center. So we'll talk a little bit about that, and we'll look at keys to success from our own point of view without the coaches to give us their points of view coming up. We'll talk about keys to success, starting lineups, and a whole lot more coming up in the Becky Potts of a State Farm pregame show. You're listening to Pierre Governor boys basketball on your official home of the Governors, River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
Every team knows that the two-point play can be a winning move. And that's why the team at Pottsville State Farm Insurance are here to help you go for two by combining your home and auto insurance. It's a great call that saves you time and money. So go for the win and score savings by combining your home and auto. Just another way they're here to help life go right. Call Pottsville State Farm Insurance at 224-4173 today.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Beck Motor Company hopes your holiday season was a healthy and joyful time with your family and friends. As we head into the new year, we wish to thank our customers for their business and friendship. We're proud to serve you, and it's our hope that we can be there for your automotive needs in 2022. Whether it's a new vehicle, maintenance work, detail, or a fender bender, we are here for you. Beck-Motors.com, 605-224-5912.
Every day, we're making a great deal better.
Dakota Storm Roofing is a locally owned roofing company in Pierre, specializing in both residential and commercial roofing services. They can handle your asphalt shingle, metal roofing, and flat roof needs. New construction, plus all types of roof repairs. They can handle the finishing touches, adding fascia, soffit, and gutters too. No job is too big or too small. For a free estimate, call Dakota Storm Roofing at 280-9794. Go to DakotaStormRoofing.com or find them on Facebook or Instagram.
There's an app for everything, including high school sports from the stations of DRG Media Group. Download the DRG News app, brought to you by the Golden Buffalo Casino, from the App Store or Google Play. It takes only a moment, so you'll have it in time for this game. See live and archived video of all games. And when you select your favorite station during the live stream, the video will immediately pop up. See Central South Dakota high school sports on your phone or mobile device with the DRG News app, brought to you by the Golden Buffalo Casino. Download it now at the App Store or Google Play.
Hi, everyone. This is Brian Oakland, the voice of the Pierre Governors on River 92.7. You know, the men and women at the Hughes County Sheriff's Office know a great team when they see one. Long hours, hard work, determination. The Govs have it, and we're proud to support them. If you want to know more about our 361 team and how you can be a part of it, log on at hughescounty.org and click on the Sheriff's tab. The Hughes County Sheriff's Office says, Go Govs!
Welcome back to Roosevelt High in the corner of 41st and Sertoma, west side of Sioux Falls, as we bring you Pierre Governor basketball from the Hughes County Sheriff's Office broadcast booth. We're sitting courtside in the corner of one end of the Roosevelt High School floor, and alongside with Caleb Brozick running live video through Live Ticket, you get a good glimpse of our vantage point from the Hughes County Sheriff's Office broadcast booth, or the broadcast table, sitting courtside here at Sioux Falls Roosevelt High School. Thanks to the men and women at the Sheriff's Office for doing what they do, to all first responders for doing what they do as well, as we bring you Pierre Governor basketball here today. Brian Oakland with the play-by-play, and Heather Williams back in studio. Here is your Becky Pottsema State Farm pregame show. By the way, the freshman game just finished up, and a 69-50 win for the Rough Rider freshmen in that one. Take a look at the power rankings and the standings, get you caught up on some scores of things that have happened in the last couple of nights. Of course, the Governors coming in off of a loss against Sioux Falls-Jefferson on Tuesday, 64-54. Roosevelt was supposed to be at Aberdeen Central that night, but they had to postpone that game. They'll end up playing it this Monday. But on Thursday night, Roosevelt did play Marshall, Minnesota. They got another win, 64-48. Meanwhile, Watertown falling to Moorhead, Minnesota on Thursday night, 83-54. Spearfish defeating Douglas in Box Elder, 62-59. And then more games last night. Harrisburg wins at home over Brookings, 61-37. Jefferson beating Aberdeen Central, 63-54, as the Jefferson Cavaliers, who beat the Governors the other night, beating a pretty good Aberdeen team as well last night. Brandon Valley with a home win over Huron, 67-39. O'Gorman over Mitchell, 68-50. Two of the top five teams in the state there. Sioux Falls Lincoln wins out at Rapid City Central, 78-53. And Washington with a win at Rapid City Stevens, 70-51. Yankton goes to Spearfish and comes away a 93-57 winner. And here's the schedule of games. Just 5 games to be played here today, including the Governors ending their regular season here at Roosevelt. It is Yankton playing out at Sturgis after a game at Spearfish last night. Huron will be hosting O'Gorman, and Rapid City Schools hosting Sioux Falls, Washington, and Lincoln. Washington at Central, Lincoln at Stevens this afternoon. A couple of games coming up on Monday to wrap up the regular season, including Sioux Falls Roosevelt going to Aberdeen to make up that game that was postponed from this past Tuesday, and Brandon Valley will play at Brookings to close out the regular season as well. Standings right now in boys basketball has O'Gorman 18-0 on the season, by far and away the top seed, ahead of O'Gorman 17-2, with Sioux Falls, Washington in the 3 spot, now 12-7. Harrisburg hanging in there at 4 at 13-7. Mitchell at 5, also 13-7. Sioux Falls, Jefferson putting some wins together now, 2 of them this week, and 12-8 their record. They're in the 6th spot. Sioux Falls, Lincoln in the 9 spot. Or in the 7th spot, rather, with a 10-9 record. Aberdeen Central has pulled up into the top 8 as they are 12-7. Yankton is the number 9 seed. Brandon Valley 10. Pierre still at number 11 with their 9-10 record. They, like the Governor girls, would go to Sioux Falls Jefferson if the postseason were to begin tonight. And Pierre sitting in that number 11 spot, hoping to move up somehow. They could certainly move up if they get a big win here today, but against an 18-0 Roosevelt squad, that is a definite tall task. Rapid City Stevens is the 12 seed. Spearfish, Watertown, Huron, and Sturgis are in the top seed with top 16, with Rapid City Central, Douglas, and Brookings on the outside looking in. So there's a look at boys basketball. David Burrell most likely gave you a look at girls basketball as well and how things are shaping up, as he did that girls broadcast as well from Riggs High Gym. Once again, a nice win for the Pierre Governors, 69-57 at home against that still struggling Sioux Falls Roosevelt squad. But a lot of points scored for the Governor girls. We'll see how many points are scored in this one coming up as well. Let's take a 2-minute break. We'll come back, talk keys to success. As again, no interviews today, but we'll see what we can piece together for keys to success, which will be brought to you by Central Dakota Eye Care after this 2-minute timeout. First of all, the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety, who celebrates being a part of a team, reminds us all to slow down because snow means slow, and buckle up in winter driving conditions or any time. From the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety. Keys are next. This is Governor Basketball on River 92.7 and DRGnews.com.
Hey, DQ fans, when was the last time you ordered the crispy classic chicken strips or the juicy rotisserie-style chicken bites? Both baskets are sumptuous, tender, and paired with Texas toast and golden French fries. With options this good, either choice is the perfect choice. Enjoy your favorite chicken basket today at DQ. Happy tastes good. There's one place to watch Pierre Governors sports online, and that's liveticket.tv. Go Govs Live is where you can find Pierre Governors sports online. And the folks at Live Ticket thank all of the sponsors that help make sure this all brought to you for free. And if you'd like to sponsor Pierre Governor Sports, just call Live Ticket at 833-605-LIVE. That's 833-605-LIVE. Pierre Governor Sports. Watch them online with Live Tickets.
Chances are you're overlooking a big energy thief in your home or commercial building. The Garage Doors. But Overhead Door Company of Pierre can help stop that energy waste with a full range of insulated, weather-tight garage doors. Their residential garage doors can give you insulated performance at an uninsulated price. And their Thermocore insulated steel doors give commercial buildings the energy efficiency they demand today. Find out more. Call Overhead Door Company of Pierre at 1-800-649-9905 and put a stop to the garage door energy thief.
Finances, retirement, and investments can all be confusing. Even though we have access to an infinite amount of information, often there is a disconnect between what we should do and what we are actually doing. That's why at Reinke Gray Wealth Management, our team has devoted over 35 years to bringing clear advice about reaching financial independence. The information you need and how to apply it is as simple as calling Scott and I at 224-5959 or visit ReinkeGray.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial Member FINRA SIPC. Investment advice offered through GWM Advisors, a registered investment advisor. GWM and Reinke Gray Wealth Management are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Back at Roosevelt High, Brian Oakland with a play-by-play. Brian Oakland with the keys to success that are brought to you by Central Dakota Eye Care in Pierre. And I think in a nutshell for Sioux Falls Roosevelt, well, just play your game. Stick with what's been working on your way to an 18-0 mark as, well, it's a team that's just been doing everything right and maybe the right way since they won a state championship a year ago. When you're 18-0, all you're trying to do is maybe not necessarily stay perfect, but keep playing good basketball, especially as you get into the high school postseason coming up in a week's time. Actually, this next week on Saturday, 1 week from today, will be the SODAC 16 play-in game, and 8 winners will move on to the state tournament in Rapid City a couple of weeks after that. So I think that's pretty much it in a nutshell with Roosevelt. But we did talk Tuesday night with head coach Brianna Kuzler a little bit about her keys coming up for the Governors in this basketball game, and she basically said with Roosevelt, you're going to get a lot more of what you saw if you're the Governors against Sioux Falls Jefferson on Tuesday night at home. And with Jefferson, we saw a pretty quick basketball club that the Governors were able to somewhat catch up to and maybe outplay a little bit in that second half. I don't know if you're going to outplay Roosevelt in any full half of basketball, so to speak, but the Governors still have that athleticism that could be. It could be a problem for a lot of teams if they just put all the pieces together. Certainly the Governors, you'd have to think, are a very capable squad. The one thing we'll see about Pierre is if Roosevelt wants to play an outside game, if they need to rely on hitting some three-pointers, then the Governors have that length to cover all points in the half court. But I think we're also going to see, whereas Sioux Falls Jefferson really got running up and down the court in that first half on Tuesday night, transition's probably going to be a big reason why Sioux Falls Roosevelt has been able to excel this year. The Governors absolutely have to get back on defense here today, which they didn't do a very good job of on Tuesday against Jefferson. So that's probably going to be key to success number one for the Pierre Governors, and pretty much play a perfect basketball game if you want to be successful in terms of wins and losses in this game here today. Try to pick up some momentum into the postseason. This is the last game of the regular season for the Governors. It's all about keys to success that are brought to you by Central Dakota Eye Care in Pierre. 2-minute break and the starting lineups are coming up next. You're listening to Pierre Governor Basketball on River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
The key to success starts with vision. Hi, this is Dr. Nick Marceau of Central Dakota Eye Care. Yearly comprehensive eye exams are key in detecting eye conditions before symptoms appear. Call us today at 224-6128 to schedule an appointment. New patients always welcome. The staff at Central Dakota Eye Care is proud of our area youth and support their high school activities. Best of luck in today's game. Central Dakota Eye Care, 640 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Better vision for a great life.
It's pretty obvious the world is moving faster than ever, and that means my health sometimes takes a back seat. Pressing pause on life to call for an appointment, shuffle my afternoon schedule, drive across town for a doctor's appointment sometimes feels impossible. My day just got better because I'm feeling better with the help of Avera Now. I can use my mobile device or computer for an online video visit that allows me to see a provider for urgent care conditions 24/7. Technology that fits my life with the quality health care of Avera. Learn how to begin at avera.org/now.
Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota is proud to introduce our new subprime specialist, Stevie Spears. Stevie, welcome to the team. Tell everybody what you can do for them.
Whether you have good credit, bad credit, challenged credit, or maybe no credit at all, I can help you get into a vehicle with little to nothing down. To get a pre-approval, you can call me at 605-224-7378, or feel free to text me, 605-280-0761.
Welcoming Stevie Spears to the family at Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre, 518 East Sioux Avenue. Give us a call, 605-224-7378, and be sure to visit gatewayfordtoyota.com.
Do you dream of a custom home built within your budget and done on time? Kruger Contracting can make that dream a reality. They're a trusted home builder since 2003, and they're going to be upfront and open about cost and transparent about where your money is going when it comes to your new home. Their skilled crew will manage construction of your new home from start to finish. They're located in Pierre and can build your home in Pierre, Fort Pierre, or the surrounding area. Call 605-222-2523. Visit KrugerContracting.com or find Kruger Contracting on Facebook.
Back at Roosevelt High School as the Rough Riders host the Pierre Governors here today. The unbeaten Roosevelt Rough Riders. Let's take a look at their starting lineup that are brought to you by Envirotech in Pierre. Starting at one guard, Micah Johnson is a 5'11 senior. Also at a guard is Vance Borchers, a 6'3 senior. He'll play some forward as well. Third guard is Gabe Kranzler, a 5'10 senior. Another forward will be Sam McMillan, a 6'2 senior, and Marcus Phillips in the middle, another senior at 6'6. The size of the Rough Riders, at least height-wise, is right there in Phillips at 6'6 in the post. With Johnson, Borchers, and Kranzler, the starting guards, Phillips and McMillan. Up front, the Sioux Falls Roosevelt Rough Riders are head coached by Mitch Begeman, assisted by Luke Hanneman, Trey Waltner, and Bo Brown. Let's hear from Envirotech and the Governors coming up next. Starting lineups continue. This is Governor Basketball.
Envirotech in Pierre is seeking a route driver with or without CDL certification. Training will be provided. Earn a $7,500 sign-on bonus, $17 to $19 an hour or more depending upon experience. Full benefits after 60 days. Envirotech has been servicing the area for 20 years and is looking for somebody to join their team. If you're energetic, self-directed, and looking for a great long-term place to be, call Envirotech today, 224-4804, or go to wasteconnections.com employment tab to apply. Envirotech has you covered.
Starting lineups for the Governors, and haven't even talked to Coach Brianna Kuzler yet today. We'll get her in the postgame, but certainly we'll assume everything else is business as usual for Pierre, including Matthew Hansen, the senior starting point guard, Jacob Mayer at 5'11 and a junior, Lincoln Keenholz 6'3 and a junior. You know he would love to have a big game here against the top team in the state. Jackson Edmond as well, 6'7", the junior in the middle, and Christian Bush, the 6'4 junior, playing the post for the Governors. Matt Hansen, Lincoln Keenholz, Jacob Mayer, the backcourt, Edmond and Bush up front. Cade Kaiser with Jet Zabel, Brecken Kruger, Jack Merkwan will be the first few off the bench for the Pierre Governors. 9-10 on the season. Head coach Brianna Kuzler. Assistants are Skip Kurth, Brevin Kaiser, Lonnie Heyer, and Daniel Traversy. Those are the Envirotech starting lineups, brought to you by Envirotech in Pierre. The other starting lineup is the naming of today's game officials, our law on the court, as we affectionately refer to them as, and we thank our law on the court for doing a thankless job in officiating high school sports, as they're licensed by the South Dakota High School Activities Association to do just such a thing. Today's game officials are Jim Ricketts, Jim Jocko Johnston, and Mike Poppenmuck. Today's game officials, and again, a big thanks to them. Jim Ricketts, Jim Johnston, Mike Poppenmuck. Today's game officials are a law on the court. A 2-minute break, and we're back with more, including a tip-off as Pierre and Sioux Falls Roosevelt get together here at Rosie High. This is Pierre Governor Basketball.
It's your lucky day. You've just won a sweepstakes and you received a cashier's check to cover the cost of claiming your winnings. All you need to do is deposit the check and wire a portion of the money to pay those fees. There's just one catch. It's a scam. If you deposit the check and wire the money, your bank will soon learn the check is a fake and you are responsible to pay it back. The Attorney General's Office of Consumer Protection wants you to know that counterfeit check scams are on the rise. For more information, contact their office, 1-800-300-1986.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
At American Family Insurance, we help protect what you've achieved so you can fearlessly go after your dreams. For auto, home, business, and life, contact us today. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
American Family Insurance, Life Mutual, Standard of Ohio and Wisconsin Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin, 53783.
Call the Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, LLC, with offices in Pierre, Oneida, and Gettysburg.
Comtech has your technology solution. Check out their showroom in Pierre, located conveniently behind Walmart, and see what you have been missing. There's a large selection of TVs, sound systems, and smart speakers, PCs, desktops, and tablets, home and business security, and telecommunications systems. Comtech is your all-in-one solution for any technology needs. They wish the Pierre Governors best of luck at Comtech. Come see what you have been missing.
Hearing from Comtech. Comtech sponsors our opening tip-off, which is coming up, but still here at Roosevelt High. We've got the starting lineups that'll be named on the floor. Looking forward to maybe a high-flying basketball contest. Let's take a look and see if we can reel in some scores of games that have happened so far. Again, earlier here on River 92.7, the Pierre Governor girls with a win over Sioux Falls Roosevelt. And for some reason, my scoring app is not staying up. There it is. Here is what else has happened. Again, it was 67-52. The Governor girls with a victory there. I misspoke that one earlier. Yankton winning at Sturgis. Tight one, 53-52. This is girls basketball. Sioux Falls, Washington beating Rapid City Central 41-25. But Stevens upending Lincoln 43-37. And Huron knocking off O'Gorman 60-51 in the Huron Arena. Kind of a big upset there in girls basketball this afternoon. All the boys' action still yet to begin. Pierre and Roosevelt here coming up. Sturgis and Yankton in the back half of a doubleheader out in Sturgis. And same thing for Stevens hosting Lincoln and Rapid City Central hosting Sioux Falls, Washington. And also O'Gorman at Huron. That's the back half of a girls and boys doubleheader as well. So coming up is let's see if we can get an updated look of girls high school basketball standings after all of those games are done today. But you heard David Burrell mention in his post game that perhaps Sioux Falls or the Governor girls who were up into the number 8 spot after a win on Tuesday night, well, maybe they're still back into a potential road game in the Sodak 16 coming up. But he thinks they'll be going to Coach Bebout perhaps thinking that the girls will be going right back to Sioux Falls Jefferson, where they got a 43-40 victory the other night. Right now, Pierre is the number 9 seed. Jefferson is the number 8 seed. So that certainly would be the matchup. And I don't know if there are any other games still to come for girls basketball. Actually, Monday, Aberdeen Central will come here to play Sioux Falls Roosevelt, but both of those teams back in the pack and the rankings and probably will not affect what the Governor potential is up in the 8 and 9 spots with Sioux Falls Jefferson. So here we are ready to go. Our Comtech opening tip coming up as you are listening to Pierre Governor Basketball, your official voice of the Governors, River 92.7 KGFX FM Pierre, a member of DRG Media Group, live streaming with the help of Live Ticket at drgnews.com. And the DRG News app sponsored by the Golden Buffalo Office of Highway Safety, as we're driven by them, reminding us buzz driving is drunk driving. Here it comes, your opening tip as Marcus Phillips will jump up against Lincoln Keenholz. And Keenholz and the Governors in road black today will win that opening tip. Jacob Mayer took the tip. He gave it right back to Keenholz. Lincoln trying to set up offense here. Around the top of the key, Matthew Hansen left side, far side. Over in front of that Rough Rider bench. Looking for a screen. Hansen with some good ball handling, but already quick defense that the Governor's going to have to deal with. Here's Edmond. Couldn't get around Phillips as he caught up defensively. 7 to shoot on the opening possession of the game, and a pretty reverse through the lane, and the leaner up and in. Good long-armed finger roll, good for Matthew Hansen. So Pierre will strike first, and here come the Rough Riders, right to left. They wear home white with maroon numbers and gold trim. A tip of an entry pass taken by the Governors. It was tipped by Jackson Edmond as the Governors have it back. Pierre left to right or near court to far as we are set up on the floor level in one corner. Here at Roosevelt High, Hansen to Keenholz. Right wing, pull up on the baseline, and that is good. Pretty shot from 17 for Lincoln Keenholz as he hits his first. The Governors with their first 2, and it's 4-0. 6:40 counting down, quarter number 1. As Roosevelt will set it up with Gabe Kranzler on the top of the key. Roosevelt playing patiently, bringing it over here. This is Vance Borchers, and now as he gets it down to the baseline, Sam McMillan misplays it a little bit, mishandles it, and the ball bounces on the end line, and 0 for 2 for Roosevelt as they haven't got a shot off yet. A couple of turnovers instead. They'll press though. Keenholz back to Mayer. Jacob will speed it up to the top to the timeline, but then as he tries to get it back to Keenholz, he throws it a little too high. Mayer's foot slipped a little bit. That might have affected some of that play. And right now, Pierre still with a 4-0 lead. Kranzler to set it up, running the point. Borchers will give it right back to him. Now back to Phillips, right side. On the move, out to Micah Johnson. Firing three in the corner and burying it. Micah Johnson cuts it to a 1-point game early on here. Keenholz and Hansen against that Roosevelt press. To Keenholz across the timeline, though. Back to Hansen. No, this is Mayer in the corner looking for the answer, and he has it from long range. Jacob Mayer, as the Governors are 3 for 3 on the floor so far. Back Roosevelt still 1 for 1. Johnson feeding to the baseline now. As McMillan got it away. Here's Johnson, a nice baseline drive. He falls down, though. Part of the speed of the game. Phillips wants three. He's got it. From Gabe Kranzler, Marcus Phillips for a long one. 7-6 Governors, and Lincoln Keenholz goes the distance and lays it up and in. Here come the Rough Riders. Underneath Borchers, and we've got a foul here that'll go to Jacob Mayer, trying to reach in from behind. Well, so far the Governors keeping up with the speed of the Roosevelt game. In fact, leading 9-6. 2 threes down for Roosevelt, though, and Governors are going to have to definitely play the perimeter and guard. Here's Borchers for three. Boy, quick fire bucket fed by Marcus Phillips. And it's 9-9. First tie in this game. Pierce still has to contend with that pressure. Mayer from Hansen is across the timeline this time. Here's Christian Busch, first touch of the game. Up top, Keenholz drives right side. He'll lay it up and in. Lincoln Keenholz, good ball control, but good body control there as well. Back to a 2-point Governor lead, 11-9. Quick swing around as Borchers wants another one. This one in and out, back out again. Phillips wanted to jam it home, but he saves the goaltending call. Edmond is down with a rebound. That's our first miss of the game from either team. Here's a shot up and good from Jacob Mayer as he hits a 10-footer. It's a fun game so far. 13-9 on the move. McMillan, and he'll lay it up and in with the left hand. Just a step ahead of Jackson Edmond. 4 minutes and change still to go already. Here on the move. Mayer kicks it out. Keenholz fakes the shot, now backs it out, but picks his dribble up. Finds Busch. Now Hansen. And he tries to bounce it inside, but Micah Johnson gets a hand on this one. Take away Rough Riders. Phillips leaning. Shot up wild, no good. Mayer off the backboard, takes it down. Jacob wants to go the distance, but he dribbled high. Now in some trouble. There is Hansen, and a great feed. Jacob Mayer to Matthew Hansen. Up and good, and we've got a play stoppage here as an untied shoe on Matthew Hansen. Well, that ought to slow the Rough Riders down from trying to get up the court. 15-11 Pierre with 3.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Pierre hasn't trailed yet. Question is, how long can you keep this pace up if you're the Governors? Borchers wants three in the corner. That one online, but too long. And we'll have a foul called here, and it goes on Marcus Phillips. He got tangled up with Jacob Mayer. He heard the whistle, and he thought it was going to be Mayer's foul, but it was Phillips instead. So that off of a miss from Borchers. Well, Roosevelt hit 4 in a row to start, but they have missed 3 in a row now. On the floor, and they trail 15-11. They'll still continue to press. Thorilingo Gilo is in, a 6'1" senior, as he goes for steals. Hasn't gotten one yet. Now Mayer to Hansen, back to Mayer, who is, as Hansen was ready to get to fall out of bounds, but it's picked up by Borchers. Here's Gilo up front as he goes with the jump step. Nice, nifty moving here for Gilo. Keenholz kind of blocked that one to keep it from falling, but we've got our first foul that'll result in free throws on the floor here tonight. 2:59 to go, quarter number 1, 2 shots coming. And check the foul here. It is on Christian Bush. That's his first, the Governor's second. Gilo, back iron on the first one, no good. He's a 6'1 senior, but plays a lot bigger. This kid can really get up. Jet Zabel is in, Jacob Mayer out, Christian Bush out, Jack Merkwan also on for the Governors for the first time. Second one for Thor is off the front of the rim, no good. Pulled down by Jackson Edmond. Pierce still leading by 4. 15-11. Here's Merkwan underneath. He got pushed away, but a shot blocked. Got his own rebound, though. And now in the corner, knocked away by Roosevelt. Well, this will be a foul here. And they will put this one up on 25. Sam McMillan, second foul for the Roosevelt Rough Rider team. Keenholz will get it to Edmond. Jackson is up and good with the running floater. 6-point lead, Pierre Governors here at unbeaten Roosevelt, and a foul on a reach will be called on Keenholz as Phillips wanted to go the distance from center circle. Nope, it's Merkwan instead. As Gilo will inbound from the far side near the scorer's table. Setting it up, Micah Johnson. So far just the one substitution in for Roosevelt, and Gilo through his hands. This will go into the backcourt. He tried to save it, but he mishandles it, and Roosevelt will turn it over for the third time. Sam McMillan checking out. A big guy, Justin Shaw, a 6'4 senior, on for the first time. 2:23 to go in the first. 17-11 Pierre. As Keenholz will take the inbound, working against Johnson. Now Merkwan far side. On the cut is Edmond, and he will lose the dribble. Had it knocked away out of bounds, maybe off of his knee or something. Jackson looking like he was poised to dribble and drive. Turnover number 4 for Pierre, but they still lead 17-11. Here's Gilo to Johnson. He'll pull the trigger from long range. 3-ball no good, and Gilo has an offensive rebound. That's the first rebound of the game for Sioux Falls Roosevelt. There's been a lot of made shots. Here's Shaw underneath. Edmond reaches in, and it's Shaw in the act of shooting. Shaw will go to the free throw line. Jackson Edmond, first personal, number 4 on Pierre as a team with 1:52 to go here in the first. So Justin Shaw with a chance to put a couple down here. First one is good. That was a 6-0 run for the Governors. We were tied at 11-11, but it became 17-11. Cade Kaiser and Benjamin Heisler will check in. Jackson Edmond is out. And it's Matthew Hansen that also came out. Micah Johnson is out for the first time for Roosevelt and replaced by Hayden Brown, a 6'1 senior. Justin Shaw, free throw, too much on that one. Heisler will pull down the rebound. 17-12 our score. Keenholz will get it across the timeline to Cade Kaiser. Into the corner on the move. Out of there with it is Merkwan to Heisler. Now Merkwan has it again. Jack making moves. He'll pull up and fire a 3 and hit it. Jack Merkwan. It's not the prettiest shooting stroke in the world, but he swished that one home from 22, and it's 20-12 Governors. No look pass from the top of the key, stolen by Ben Heisler on a straight interception. Cade Kaiser across the timeline. Down to about 1:10 to go here, quarter number 1. Here's Zabel on the top of the key. Back to the corner with it. Merkwan on the wing. Jack hesitates, challenges, shot is up, doesn't get the touch, but an offensive rebound pulled down by Lincoln Keenholz, and then a jump ball is called, and Pierre is not going to get the benefit of that one. So Roosevelt with the rebound instead, with an even 1 minute to go. Great first quarter for the Governors, leading 20-12. Gilo across the timeline, and now a bad pass into the backcourt. Merkwan will pick it up, challenges Gilo, he will block. And Jack, maybe if he could have just got a stop and a shot, but still another turnover by Roosevelt. You play as fast as they do, you probably will commit some turnovers, but so far the Governors have played at the same pace. Inbound coming up to the top of the key. Anybody's ball, and Zabel battling for it. Picked up by Heisler. Merkwant with 40 seconds on the game clock. Backdoor cut. Here's Kaiser. Up strong. No good. Got his own rebound. Fouled, and it's back up and in. Cade Kaiser with the offensive rebound and a putback. Foul on the Riders. Didn't see who got it. Wait for him to put it up on the board here. As Keenholz will check out for the last 33 seconds of the quarter. This one goes to Justin Shaw, his first. Brecken Kruger on for Keenholz. Cade Kaiser tries to finish off a three-point play. First free throw of the day for the Governors. That went off the mark. It'll ricochet off to the left side. Run down by Phillips, and here come the Rough Riders. Gabe Kranzler to set it up. Gilo with 20 seconds on the shot clock and the game clock. Shot clock is off, actually. Shaw loses a handle on the basketball, picked up by Jack Merkwant. Now Pierre can get a last shot down. 10 seconds to play. Kruger, top of the key, against Kranzler. Gets the screen. Pull up, three, in and out, no good. And the rebound down to Brown. Heave-ho the other way is off the top of the backboard. What a first quarter of play from both teams, but especially the visiting Pierre Governors. On the Gales Gas Service scoreboard at the end of one, it's Pierre 22, Sioux Falls Roosevelt 12. Gales Gas Service in Pierre. Let's pause for 60 seconds, and we'll go to the second period. You're listening to Pierre Governor Basketball.
Smart grocery shopping takes a little...
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the part you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Your winning destination, the Golden Buffalo Casino in Lower Brule, gives you more chances to win. Hot seat drawings, pick a prize drawings, chances to win great prizes, the hottest slots around. It's all just waiting for you at the Golden Buffalo Casino. Find out more by logging on to thegoldenbuffalocasino.com and by following them on Facebook. Just minutes north of Reliance, exit 248. We'd like to thank you for tuning into this broadcast and supporting our area youth. The Golden Buffalo Casino, proud to support Live Ticket.
Roosevelt Rough Riders, a bad pass from Jackson Edmond. A little hesitation on that as it was Kranzler who almost took it away, but Jackson ran it down in the corner and then threw it off the body of Kranzler, got it to ricochet out of bounds. Pierre will inbound from there. See if Roosevelt changes things up a bit. That's a nice feed. Kruger to Keenholz on the cut, backside down the lane. The Governors will put it up and in. They lead by 12, 24-12. Here's Marcus Phillips on the wing. Governor bench gets a little noisy when the Rough Riders are over there. Here's Micah Johnson back on. Now Gabe Kranzler, far side. Down to the corner, on the bounce, Sam McMillan. He'll drive, nice feed. It's up and good for Vance Borchers. Borchers just waiting in the paint. Up ahead, Zabel to Jack Merkwant across the timeline, and Merkwant got trapped, tried to get rid of it. It is stolen by Borchers as he drives and scores. Good touch on the layup, right-handed, left side. 4 in a row for the Rough Riders. Back within 8, 24-16. And now the Rough Rider bench asking for some defense in a chant. Kruger, half circle, back to Merkwant. Nope, that's Keenholz. He'll find Zabel. Back to Lincoln, off the glass and good for 2. Left side bunny. Lincoln 5 for 5 so far, all attempts inside the arc. Pierre went 2 for 3 from long range in the first half. They lead by 10 again, 26-16. On the move is Borchers, across to McMillan. He misses this time, but there's Phillips up in midair to put it back home. Offensive rebound and a second chance there for Sioux Falls Roosevelt. Back within 8 again. Here's a 3 for Kruger, left side. Too strong this time. Phillips on the backside will bring it down for Rosie. Borchers across the timeline. Now Phillips thought about 3, puts it on the floor. Keenhol's right there in front of us. Swing it back to Phillips all the way around the perimeter. 3 ball, too strong. Nice pass as it turns out. Micah Johnson catches on the fly backside and will put it up and in. Roosevelt offensively stepping things up a little bit here. Merkwan across the timeline with a pass to Keenholz through a double team. Now Jack has it back from Lincoln. Merkwan on the move, pulls it up, and the left elbow extended jumper here, no good. Rebound down to Johnson, and the Rough Riders looking to close the gap a little more. And Phillips will be fouled on the backside, pulling down a miss from Sam McMillan. And Phillips, who tried to put it right back up and in again, will be fouled and will go to the free throw line. 26-20. Pierre got a lead up to 12 at 24-12, but now an 8-2 run still going here for the Rough Riders as Phillips gets the first of 2 to go. Foul for the Governors appears to have been on Jet Zabel, his first. Got Bush, Mayer, and Hansen all back in. The starting 5 replenished here for Brianna Kuzler and the Governors as Jet Zabel appears to need some attention, maybe a bloody nose. Second free throw won't go for Phillips. Matthew Hansen down with the rebound. 26-21. 5-point lead to the Governors in road black with the green numbers, white trim. Home white for the Roosevelt Rough Riders with maroon and gold. On the move is Jackson Edmond. Back to Bush. Christian with a long 2. That's up and good. First 2 for Christian Bush, the 6'4 junior. Sweet shooting post player. Johnson, a little short in the lane. Keenhol's down with the rebound. Lincoln will get it around him and take it up the other way. Here's Hansen open from 22. That one on line, but off the back of the rim, no good. Micah Johnson down with it again. Up ahead quickly. Outside, Phillips for 3. In and out, no good. Kranzler fighting for a rebound, and then as it comes off of his head and on the end line, it'll be Governor basketball. Hayden Brown will check in, and Gabe Kranzler out. Gabe took a bit of a fall there, but bounced right back up as Hansen will inbound. 3 Rough Riders in the backcourt. Here's Mayer trying to get it across ahead of Micah Johnson, but his pass stolen up ahead, and a layup is good for Hayden Brown. Started by a steal from Vance Borchers. Get a feeling that this Roosevelt press is going to cause problems at times for the Governors, but Pierce still leads 28-23. Now loose basketball, fumbled by the Governors. Phillips picks it up, and he'll win the race to the other end of the floor. Layup is good, and a timeout to be taken by the Govs. 3:50 to play in quarter number 2. Timeouts in our broadcast brought to you by Coca-Cola Bottling in Pierre. Get a Coke and be back in 30. The Govs lead by 3 on River 92.7.
Dosey's Signs in Chamberlain isn't your run-of-the-mill sign shop. Todd and Doug take the time to listen to your needs and come up with an innovative and effective design to fit your budget and take your advertising to the next level. Dosey specializes in any size or event sporting banners, storefronts and awnings, and letters or numbers for windows, vehicle boats, and enclosed trailers. Need something more flashy? We can do a vehicle wrap, illuminated signs, billboards, and LED lighting. If you can dream it, we can design and build it. Dosey's is a proud sponsor of local sports and communities activities.
If you're hunting for a great
deal, sports marketing partners helping to sponsor Governor basketball. They include Comtech, Delta Dental, First Dakota National Bank, Kruger Contracting, Maher Law Office, and Midco. Your sports marketing partners. Well, we came here from Roosevelt, to Roosevelt from the Danny Sanford Premier Center, covering Governor Wrestling in the state dual tournament. Here today, Governors with a win over Harrisburg, then a loss to Brandon Valley, but in the third place duel, they beat Watertown 36 2:28, so the Governors champions a year ago, third place this season in this tournament. A miss out of that timeout for Jackson Edmond. Now here come the Rough Riders, and Hayden Brown will tie it up with a 3 from the right wing. Led by Micah Johnson, our second tie of the game. 28-28, 3:16 to play. Here goes Bush into Edmond, challenging. Nope, he'll kick it out. Keenholz outside the arc, down to the corner. He'll get rid of it. Here's Cade Kaiser back in for the Govs. Hansen fakes, now drives, steps back, and the Governors starting to go a little bit cold. This one off, oh no. That one off the hands of Roosevelt. I think I could see that from here, but on the far end of the floor, but they say that's Pierre basketball, or Roosevelt rather. I think the Governors, who were hitting their shots early on in that first half, I don't know if they're taking the same shots. If they are, well, they're just not hitting them now. It's easy to do when you feel like you've got to be rushed all the time. There's so much energy on this Roosevelt side, but here's an intercept for Cade Kaiser. He'll take it back. Roosevelt with turnover number 7. Hansen, and a 5-second violation. He stood there with holding the basketball as Micah Johnson stared him down, and just before he put the ball on the floor, well, an unforced turnover there by the Governors. And they have 8 now so far unofficially here in the first half. Johnson feeds to Borchers on the baseline off of the knee of Edmond, and then Borchers, who was running out of bounds, takes the ricochet, and that'll be Pierre basketball. Nice kick by Edmond off the knee right into that Rough Rider standing outside the court of play. Hansen across the timeline, left to right, little body bump here that'll go to Hayden Brown. That'll be a foul, number 4 for Sioux Falls Roosevelt. 2:10 to play here in the first half. Pierre led 22-12 at the end of 1. Roosevelt so far with a 16-6 advantage in our second period of play as we come down to the 2-minute mark now. Hansen feeding inside. Keenholz will bring it back out to the corner. Now up to Hansen again. And here's a takeaway. Steal by Hayden Brown. And, well, the shot was altered. It's missed, but there's Micah Johnson. Trailing the play, he'll get an offensive rebound. Governor defense did a good job at denying that first shot. Not sure who it was flew by. I think it might have been Hansen, if not Jackson Edmond, but a foul called on the Govs. It'll go to Cade Kaiser. And this puts... well, it's not Johnson. It's a new player in there. This is Tyree Nave as he gets the offensive board and the free throw. First one good, second one coming. Nave is a 6'2" senior. Roosevelt got a lot of seniors on this team. Second one, also a good shooter's touch. Roosevelt has their first lead of the basketball game. It's 30-28. Who would have thought? They certainly have won this second quarter. Pierre won the first period, but right now the Governors are going to have to get back and play Roosevelt style again and beat them at their own game. Keenholz wanted to pull up from the half circle, got stripped of the ball, kept it alive, off the rim. Edmond forces it back up, no good, and he will be fouled. Jackson Edmond with a good rebound here. Keenholz almost got an amazing shot to go. Edmond almost got this putback to go as he was almost horizontal, falling down. Foul goes to Vance Borchers, his first. Free throws for Edmond. First one just a little bit strong, no good. Governors 0 for 2 to start this game from the free throw line. Sam McMillan will check in for Nave. Ben Heisler is in for Christian Bush for the Govs. 1:27 to play, second quarter. Edmond will eye the mark. Second free throw online, but off the back of the rim. Heisler had a chance at the rebound, unable to pull it down. Marcus Phillips has it. The rebound, that is. Now he drives, and Pierre will tip a pass away out of bounds off of the end line. 75 seconds to go here, second quarter. And further over to the corner is where they'll inbound here. There's Micah Johnson. Passes short to Phillips. He'll take the handoff back to him. Roosevelt to set things up. Here's Johnson up top, leaves it with Phillips. Now inside looking, and a foul from behind will go to Ben Heisler. That is number 7 for the Governors. Pierre has 7 different players with 1 foul apiece, but this one, of course, puts Roosevelt in the bonus. Brecken Kruger will check in for Matthew Hansen, but it'll be Sam McMillan at the free throw line. And the Rough Riders will send in Gabe Kranzler for Hayden Brown.
Gabe Kranzler back in for the Riders.
30-28 Riders. McMillan, first free throw, grazes the front of the rim, and it's no good. Keenholz there to bring down the rebound. Here come the Governors. I'd say kind of in need of a basket. Final minute, first half. Kaiser gets a screen round the top of the key, but has to leave it with Brecken Kruger. Now back to Kaiser. Inside Edmond, kicks it out. 3-ball Keenholz, that's off the front of the rim, no good. Jackson Edmond with the rebound. In traffic, keeps it alive. Keenholz's first 3 attempt of the day. Edmond a little soft on the pass, now a loose ball, and it'll be picked up by the Rough Riders. I think it was McMillan might have gotten in there and gotten a hand on it. Roosevelt can play for the last shot if they want to with a 2-point lead. 12-point advantage for the home team here in the second period. After Pierre led by 10, there's Johnson who got Edmond up in the air, but the shot off the front of the rim, no good. Kruger with the rebound. 6 seconds for the Governors to make something happen. Keenholz to Edmond. Turnaround, too strong, no good. And that is how our first half will come to an end. A good one at that for the Governors. They're playing with these number 1 Roosevelt Rough Riders, but Sioux Falls Roosevelt with a really nice second period of play. And on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard, it's Roosevelt 30 and the Governors 28. Scoreboard brought to you by Gales Gas Service in Pierre. We pause for 2 minutes. We'll be back for our Leiden & Associates halftime show. Leiden & Associates, Ameriprise Financial in the Northridge Plaza in Pierre. You're listening to Pierre Governor Basketball on your official voice of the Governors, River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if, a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you are ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
Innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if, a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you are ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
next ride, get into Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre. We're locked and loaded on all of our new and used inventory, like this 2018 Toyota Highlander, only $28,495. Looking for low price reliability? Try a 2011 Honda Accord for only $6,995. Who wants a loaded up truck? We have a 2014 Chevy Silverado 1500 LTZ for only $17,995. Get to Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre, 518 East Sioux Avenue. Call 605-224-7378 and visit gatewayflt.com.
At Ringneck Energy, their mission is to produce renewable energy that adds value to grain and livestock production, enhances the income of their investor partners, and provide a safe, rewarding work environment. Located at 901 Redwood Avenue in Oneida, South Dakota. Call 605-945-6900 or check ringneckenergy.com. A proud supporter of local schools and wishes all students the best of luck in all their activities during the school year, creating economic opportunities in our community.
When you expect more, you expect more. When you expect more, Dakota Prairie Bank, providing great service right from the start. It's our promise to you that sets us apart. With every handshake and a smile, we go that extra mile. When you expect more, you expect more. When you expect more, Dakota Prairie Bank.
At Jan Bussey Ford & Highmore, they've been building partnerships for life by treating customers right, offering a low-pressure sales process, no haggling over price, passing low overhead savings on, and providing a Ford-certified service department fixing it right the very first time. If you're looking for a new Ford, a quality pre-owned vehicle, a new or used ATV, or a trailer, stop by Jan Bussey Ford & Highmore and experience the difference.
Jan Bussey Ford, building partnerships for life.
Dimmick Cheese has been making handmade artisan cheese for over 90 years and has over 25 flavors of cheese. Stop by the store for sampling of all the cheeses. The store also offers several South Dakota-made products. And at the store, find Remedy Brewing on tap. Dimmick Cheese offers gift boxes, and fundraisers are available. To find out more, go to the website, dimmickdairy.com, or call 605-928-3833. And don't forget to check your local grocery store for their premium cheeses and cheese spreads. Dimmick Cheese.
Last week, you got your sprayer hub oil changed. Now this week, come into any Grossenberg Implement Parts Department and save 8% on all sprayer tips. You may not think changing out sprayer tips is a big deal, but it can be costly based upon several factors. This week only, save 8% on all tips and ensure your sprayer is ready for spring. Grossenberg Implement, with 8 locations in South Dakota, Nebraska, and Wyoming. Stop by today or check online, grossenberg.com.
For over 70 years, Pitt's Design Build has earned our reputation locally for serving communities across South Dakota. We provide design and building services for schools, hospitals, churches, commercial offices, multifamily housing, and so much more. Pitt's Design Build is conveniently located in Pierre, Mitchell, and Sioux Falls to serve you and your organization. We bring value to our clients by facilitating the design and/or construction process. Give us a call today and check us out at pittsdesignbuild.com for a free building consultation.
Titan Machinery is your go-to Case IH agricultural equipment dealer. Your Highmore and Pierre locations have a large selection of new and used ag equipment with access to one of the largest parts and whole goods inventories in the country. Titan Machinery prides itself in providing quality Case IH parts, service, and support to Highmore, Pierre, and the surrounding communities. Stop by Titan Machinery of Highmore and Pierre today. Power and precision to grow.
Have all of your painting supplies at the paint store in Pierre. They mix paint and they color match paint. They carry interior and exterior stains. Great selection of paint. Find it at 1006 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. The paint store, 605-224-8312, 224-8312. Paint Store is a proud supporter of the Stanley County Buffaloes and the Pierre Governors in sports and activities. The Paint Store, same great paint, same great services.
The Fieldhouse in Pierre is your premier spot to watch all the sports, from your local Govs and Lady Govs, as well as Buffs and Lady Buffs, all the way up to your favorite big league teams. Kick back and relax with a pizza, nachos, burgers, or one of our air-fried appetizers. Wash down the food with your pick from our array of premium beverages. Between the action, be sure to check out the unique and plentiful memorabilia throughout the building. We can't wait for you to come in and watch the games with us broadcast on liveticket.tv. The Fieldhouse in Pierre.
The Corner Station Convenience Store and the Crossing Pub are both conveniently located on Pleasant Drive in Pierre, South Dakota. At the Corner Station, grab your favorite hot and cold beverages and snacks while filling your vehicle up with Cenex brand gasoline. The Corner Station also features a super tunnel car wash to keep your vehicle sparkling clean. At the Crossing, grab a cold beverage and check out their selection of appetizers while watching the Stanley County Buffaloes and Pierre Governors live on their big screen televisions. Best of luck to all area students from the Corner Station and the Crossing.
A 7 or an 8 team as opposed to a 6 or 5, but the Governors, I think they'd like another chance at Sioux Falls Jefferson. They felt they played better in the second half, just didn't play a very complete game on Tuesday night when they hosted the Jefferson Cavaliers. But it was a lot to be determined. Of course, Roosevelt will be the number 1 seed, as they do have 2 games left. This one plus a game at Aberdeen. That'll be a good ball game. Talk about a track meet in that one on Monday night. By the way, Brandon Valley still plays at Brookings on Monday as well. Switch sides, head in different directions, but Roosevelt with the first possession of quarter number 3. Welcome back to basketball. Brian Oakland with Caleb Brozick at side running camera here. Live ticket, live streaming. They want a 3 right off the bat, and a kick out to Gabe Kranzler, who did not attempt a shot in the first half. He hits his first of the day. And a 3-ball good, and here's a pass that almost was taken away by Marcus Phillips. Matthew Hansen in front of us, able to hold it in. Keenholz will reset, starting 5 in there for both teams. Here's Jacob Mayer on the right wing, got around Kranzler. He'll kick out Hansen. Another pass to Edmond in traffic. He'll put it up and in and draw the foul. Jackson Edmond with a strong basket here. Chance at a free 3-point play. Micah Johnson guilty of the foul, his first of the day. First whistle of the second half. 7:10 to go, 33-30. Edmond at the free throw line. And too much on that one. Jackson just has it in his head. He's just continually snake-bitten at the free throw line. Not sure what the difference is that could get him back in rhythm, but we'll have to worry about that a little bit later. Minute gone by. Here comes Phillips driving baseline, no good. Loose ball tipped out. Johnson picks it up in the lane. He won't get the putback though, and Edmond is down with it. 0 for 2 there. Now the Governors coming back right to left as you watch this one, or far court to near. But here's a tip and a takeaway for Johnson rather. Up ahead. Loose basketball picked up by Sam McMillan, and then Christian Bush will reach in and foul McMillan. That after Vance Borchers lost a handle on the dribble, so an unfortunate foul here for the Govs. Jack Merkwan checking in early in the second half as Jacob Mayer checking out. 6:25 to go in the third. Phillips fakes 3, goes around Edmond. And Jackson called for the foul as Marcus Phillips slams it home with 2 hands. Edmond surprised, but the official making the call says you got him on the head. And we'll have a substitution in here as Jackson Edmond called for his second personal. He'll check out. Brianna Kuzler just wants to make sure he's probably cooled off, but Phillips bringing this crowd to life here. 35-30 and a chance for one more, and the free throw is good. Phillips with 11, first player for Roosevelt in double figures, but he now takes over game-high honors for Lincoln Keenholz. Loud crowd here on a Saturday afternoon into the, late afternoon in Sioux Falls on the west side. Here's Merkwan. Top of the key, he'll leave it with Heisler. Benjamin Heisler picks up his dribble, gets hounded by McMillan. Now Keenholz at the free throw line. He gets clipped on the wrist and sent to the floor. He'll go to the free throw line to shoot two himself. This one goes to Kranzler, his first. Roosevelt now with 7 fouls as a team in this game from 7 different individuals. That was the case for the Governors in the first half, but now they've picked up another 2 here in the third so far. Keenholz, first free throw good. His 11th point, another one coming. Govs hanging tough within 5, 36-31. And another one coming from Freebie Town here for Lincoln Keenholz. As Hill put one up there, good soft touch, and that one bounces on the rim a few times, finds its way down, 36-32. Up ahead go the Rough Riders, and the Governors showing some presence in the backcourt, somewhat. Here's Borchers down to the left corner, back to Kranzler. He'll swing it left side to right. Micah Johnson looking for an opening. They'll swing it back around to the left. Now inside, McMillan spins around. Bush, he'll kick it out, and Micah Johnson for 3. Good for Micah. And almost a takeaway, but it's kept alive by Keenholz in the corner as the Governors right to left get it across the timeline. Now Borchers gets in the way. Johnson takes it back. Here's Phillips up and in. And the Rough Riders are starting to wake up a little bit. And we'll have a whistle and a timeout called by the Governors. 41-32, biggest lead of the game with about 3 minutes gone by. Here in the third period, we'll take a full timeout, sponsored by Coca-Cola Bottling in Pierre. You're listening to Pierre Governor Basketball.
The best Western Ramkota Hotel in Rapid City supports all South Dakota student athletes and their families. They are conveniently located off Interstate 90, close to downtown and minutes from the beautiful Black Hills. The Ramkota offers sports and family-friendly rates. Guests can relax for free in the indoor water park. They have 36,000 square feet of banquet and meeting space, and the award-winning Minerva's Restaurant and Bar is located on site. Best Western Ramkota welcomes everyone to beautiful Rapid City, South Dakota.
DRG Media Group Sports is the official voice of the Pierre Governors.
Keenholz wants to run again, and he's got room. 40, 30, foot race to the 10, 5, and a touchdown. Pierre will come back and set up Avery Kaiser on the outside left through the block, and that's down.
The official voice of the Pierre Governors, River 92.7, and also at the River 92.7 page of the DRG News app, brought to you by Golden Buffalo and DRGnews.com.
Back at Roosevelt High, Governor Basketball brought to you by your Pierre Sports marketing partners in Pierre, who include Guadalajara Mexican Restaurant, Iceberg Funeral Home, Olinger Law Firm, Pierre Area Chamber of Commerce, Pierre Dental Clinic, and Pitts Design and Build, Red Rosa, the South Dakota National Guard, Wagner Auto, and Stulkin Peterson, Lingle, Walti Jones, LLP. Out of the timeout, the second called by the Governors in this game. Cade Kaiser comes in off the bench with Matthew Hansen. Jack Merkwan, Lincoln Keenholz, Jackson Edmond also back in. Edmond feeding down low. Keenholz, no foul apparently. Shot up, no good, and a loose ball will be picked up off the floor by Marcus Phillips. A lot of hands and a lot of traffic in the lane. Here's McMillan making space. That is up and good. Sam McMillan with his second field goal. Roosevelt just continues to score here as they're up by double figures all of a sudden. 43-32. Pierre had a 12-point lead in this game in the first half. Hansen buckled under a little bit of pressure, and now Johnson feeding up ahead, and Gabe Kranzler with the basket. And there's Johnson with another takeaway as Pierre tried to cross the timeline. Well, the Governors are getting a pretty good taste of what a lot of other teams have had this year and how Roosevelt is able to excel against pretty much everybody they played. They're 18-0 for a reason, and we're starting to find out why. Pierre was able to win that pace of the game in the first period. Had a 24-12 lead at one point, but now a 25-point turnaround. It's 45-32. Rough Riders. Nice baseline pass as Marcus Phillips looking for three. Up no good, though, from the left corner. Keenholz with the rebound. He wanted to go coast to coast. Loses it, but it's off of Roosevelt. And an underneath throw in here for Brecken Kruger, who is checked in for Pierre. And the Governors. Off the left side of the key. Kruger will send him in motion. Fakes once, and he threw that one off the bottom of the backboard looking for Keenholz rather. Keenholz tips it back to Merkwan. Here's Kruger for three. No, inside, in and out. And Phillips has another rebound. Now Phillips, Edmond straight up. Good defense there. Two shots, nothing doing here. Keenholz is down with it. And up ahead again. Now three, or a pull up here for Keenholz. That'll be a two just off the left side of the key. Governors with a big basket there. 45-34 our score. Borchers feeds, and Tyree Nave got Edmond up in the air. He comes right down on top of Tyree Nave, who was recently checked into the game. Jackson got to be careful now. His third personal foul. And Christian Bush going to be coming in for him. Jet Zabel's also checking on. Merkwan will join Edmond. Exiting stage left. 2:45 to go third quarter. 45-34. Sioux Falls Roosevelt. It comes into Phillips. Nice reverse, but the left-hander no good. Nave keeps it alive. Tries to get it back. Now a loose ball on the floor. And a foul on Roosevelt. Tyree Nave called here his first personal. Nice keep alive there for a moment, but as Pierre will get it back, Thorlingo Gilo is on for the first time in the second half, the 6'1" senior. And he'll kick a pass out of bounds. You could see the vertical there for Thor as Cade Kaiser was trapped in the corner. Gabe Krenzler checking out. Hayden Brown is back on for Roosevelt. Here's Zabel coming to the basketball in the inbound. Pierre will get it across. Kaiser to Keenholz right in front of us. Lincoln looking to drive, closed off. He'll find Bush. Turnaround 10-footer is good. Christian Bush's second basket of the game, 45-36. Pierre back within singles. Roosevelt will pass it across over the top and over the timeline. There's Nave. Tyree Nave. Nice baseline drive and a left-handed reverse is up and good. He did a good job of just shielding himself from the defense. Pass across for the Governors. Trying to set it up. Kruger up high to pull a high pass down. Gilo right there with him, but he picks up the basketball. Now it's Kaiser on the move. Back to Kruger. Can't pull the trigger for three. Gets it to Bush instead. Now Keenholz. He will fire and swish it home. Lincoln Keenholz from long range, his first of the day, 47-39. Up ahead near side. Gilo given space. Dipsy-do, no good. Keenholz will bring down the rebound. Pierre has it back. No, they don't. Hayden Brown took it away, and Phillips trying to come back as Cade Kaiser had it, but Phillips runs him over, so to speak. And Marcus will pick up his second personal. He's the first Rough Rider with that many. That's 4 fouls for Roosevelt in the second half. Well, if you ever wonder what the Governors are capable of doing, we're kind of seeing it here. Couple subs in. Phillips checks out for the time being, along with Tyree Nave. Justin Shaw, big fella, off the bench. Sam McMillan rejoins him, but McMillan steps in front of the pass, and, well, he had it, but he loses it back. Now pull up three. Keenholz wants another one, no good. Bush has to save it, but it's into the hands of Gilo. And Keenholz just got a little greedy on that one. Gilo loses the ball. Kruger tips it into the backcourt on a dive, picked up by Micah Johnson. He'll get it back. Here's Brown down to the baseline. Nice quick first step. Shaw fouled from behind by Zabel. Justin Shaw caught that pass from the wing and spun right around Zabel, who may have over-pursued just a little bit. Good first move. And Shaw to the free throw line, Jet with his second personal. 2 coming here for Justin Shaw. 1 out of 2 on the day. First one will not fall. He'll try another one. 8-point Roosevelt lead. We're stuck at 48 seconds to play here in our third quarter. Second one for Shaw. On its way. And off the back of the rim. No good. Loose basketball. And Bush will let it go out of bounds. It was last touched by Roosevelt. Well, the Governors have their struggles on the line. Roosevelt apparently does too. They're 1 for 3 in the second half. They're 5 out of 12 on the game. Still 47-39. Kruger in trouble. Pass taken away by Johnson. Up ahead, and Gilo will lay it up and in. Boy, Micah Johnson. Oh, he's Gilo with another pass on the baseline, and he gets fouled by Keenholz. Thor Gilo with another steal. Roosevelt really starting to pad these steal numbers. In fact, Micah Johnson, who had the previous steal, he's got 5 in this game now. 27 seconds to play, a 10-point lead. We're in the third quarter. 10-point lead for Roosevelt. Gilo misses the first. Matthew Hansen in for Brecken Kruger in between free throws. Governor Basketball brought to you in part by your Pierre Sports marketing sponsors, including Gateway Ford, Lincoln Toyota, Avera Orthopedics, Rinky Gray Wealth Management. No good on the second free throw either. Also Overhead Door and our friends at Live Ticket taking care of live video streaming, which you can see at drgnews.com and liveticket.tv. 15 seconds, shot clock off. Keenholz will try to get something down, but Sam McMillan with a foul right in front of us. I like it when the plays are right in front of me, because if that wouldn't have been called, I would have screamed bloody murder and said, hey, man. But the Governors will inbound. McMillan picking up the foul, his second on the reach. Inbound from Kaiser to Keenholz, under 10 seconds. Over pursuit gives Hansen some space, but he dribbles it off the foot of Gilo. Now Hansen with the steal back. Kaiser 3-2-1, can't get it to go. Trading of turnovers here, but on the end of on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard at the end of 3, it's Sioux Falls Roosevelt 49 and the Governors 39. Scoreboard from Gales Gas Service in Pierre. As we pause for 60 seconds, we go to the fourth next. You're listening to Pierre Governor Basketball, your official voice of the Governors, River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
Riverview RV Park overlooks Lake Sharp on the Missouri River. They have all the amenities, from full hookups, laundry, showers, dog park, play area, and free Wi-Fi. There's no need to drive across the country. When here in central South Dakota, you can find some of the best fishing and the most spectacular sunrises and sunsets. Call us today at 605-280-6266 or reserve your next camping spot online at briggsrvpark.com. Make Riverview RV Park your home away from home experience.
John Hoffman Electric is your neighborhood electrical service contractor, and so much more. No job is too big or too small for our team of professionals. We pride ourselves on keeping up with new technologies, such as Aerial, an augmented reality visual tool used to customize and experience a finished space before breaking ground. So whether you're building new or renovating a home, farm, or commercial space, let John Hoffman Electric light the way. John Hoffman is a proud sponsor of all local activities broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
Briggs Trucking and Construction in Fort Pierre provides quality.
Sioux Falls with a 19-11 scoring advantage in that third period of play as Mayer trying to feed to Keenholz, top of the key, taken away by McMillan, and he'll feed up ahead to Micah Johnson, who will lay it up and in the other way. Keenholz will try again, spins, Bush on the floor, and Edmond comes down on top of him. Brianna Kuzler saves a mess by getting a timeout called. A Coca-Cola timeout at that. 7:34 to go, fourth quarter, 51-39. We're back in 30 seconds after this Coca-Cola break in the action. Governor Basketball.
transportation services, cargo hauling, excavation, and demolition services. They also specialize in dirt and gravel work for everything from commercial work to new construction. Briggs Trucking and Construction will haul everything from light poles to farm and agricultural supplies. The bigger the job or the bigger the load, the better, as that is where their expertise really shines. Contact Briggs Trucking and Construction at 605-280-2848 or email them at cbriggs25@pi.midco.net to visit about your next project.
Back out of the timeout is Governor Basketball, brought to you by Pierre Sports Marketing sponsors including Bank West, Dairy Queen, Dakota Storm Roofing, Beck Motors, and the Brittany Shufflebine Agency, LLC of American Family Insurance in Pierre. Brian Oakland with the play-by-play, fourth quarter just underway. Keenholz with penetration and nice feeding. Up and in goes Jackson Edmond with a double pump. Govs back within 10. Pierre with some pressure in the backcourt. Brecken Kruger coming in off of that timeout for the Governors. Nice feed inside, but they'll kick it quickly back out. Marcus Phillips for three is up, no good from long range. Keenholz with a rebound. Pierre pushing the issue. Edmond inside, back to Bush. He'll find Hansen, and then Pierre will slow things up just a little bit. 51-41, our score here. There's Bush into Edmond through his hands, and caught on the fly by Phillips. Up ahead, Gilo wants three. That's no good. Following the shot is Borchers, and he gets it across to Phillips, who puts it up and in for two. And a chance at another one. Keep alive there for Vance Borchers. Marcus Phillips with the bucket, and for the Governors, Christian Bush picking up his third personal foul. That just looked like nothing more than a lucky bounce as it turned out for Roosevelt, but they'll take it, and Phillips finishes a three-point play. Just like that, a 13-point lead, 54-41. Keenholz on a tip pass across the timeline back to Kruger. And now Hansen drives to the baseline, back to Edmond. Governors will reset and retool. Edmond inside Keenholz, fouled from behind by Gabe Kranzler. Governor Basketball also sponsored in part by Fisher Rounds and Associates, May Adam Law Firm, First Dakota National Bank, Ferding Electric, and Lynn's Dakota Mart in Pierre. Hansen with the inbound on the right side of the key. And an offensive foul here called on the far side of the floor. Keenholz with a bit of a hook or a push away so he can control the dribble. This wasn't on Keenholz. That was Bush on an offensive foul or a moving screen. So Christian Bush has 4. Governor turnover totals really starting to mount. So with under 6 minutes to play in this one, Bush will check out. Benjamin Heisler back on for Pierre. 5:55 to go. 54-41. Govs could use some defensive stops. Inside Kranzler, his pass is tipped and taken away. Picked up by Matt Hansen. Turnover number 11 for Roosevelt. They played a lot cleaner in the second half, though. Kruger picks up the ball loosely at the free throw line. Hansen back to Kruger. Now Hansen again. Brecken wants 3. He wants to fire, but Roosevelt gets to him quickly. Here's Hansen again on the wing. Edmond will back his way in. Right-handed jump hook, no good. Keenholz will come and run down the offensive rebound, though. Reset for the Govs. Hansen pulls up, right elbow, line drive, shot is up and good. Matthew Hansen with his third basket. 6 points, Pierre back within 11. And even 5 minutes to go in quarter number 4. Set up here for Borchers. An open 3, no good, too strong. Keenholz up high to pull it down. The other way for the Governors. Hansen got a man in the air. Back to Kruger. Nice feed, or nice receive of a low pass. Hansen for 3, no, off the corner. And Borchers with the tipped rebound. Boy, Matthew Hansen was right on line on that one. To the 4.5-minute mark. Borchers ready to move on the wing. Feeds down low to McMillan. Spins across the lane. Shot up and good for Micah Johnson. Sam McMillan with another nice pass underneath. Roosevelt dishing the basketball well. 13 assists as a team. McMillan's got a handful of those. Here's Hansen, 2 Keenholz now. 13-point lead again. Lincoln looking for 3, and he is fouled. Lincoln's taking his time and getting up here, and he seems to be holding his right calf. I think he's cramping up just a little bit. Injury timeout on the floor. Timeout sponsored by Coca-Cola Bottling in Pierre. Keenholz will get a bottle. Jackson Edmond trying to work out the cramp here, and will Keenholz be able to walk this off and go to the free throw line? Apparently he'll give it a go. Roosevelt crowd with a quiet bit of applause. 4:05 to go, 56-43. Governors were driven by the Office of Highway Safety, the state of South Dakota, reminding us, if you drink, don't drive. This is Pierre Governor basketball and your official home of the Govs. River 92.7, KGFX FM Pierre, member of DRG Media Group, live streaming with the help of Live Ticket on drgnews.com. 3 freebies here for Lincoln. The first one will not get the generous roll. Second one is good. And one more coming. Lincoln sitting on 18 points now in this basketball game. 8 points in the second half. Looking for one more to go 2 out of 3, and that is good. Jack Merkwan ready to check in. Lincoln will catch a break so he can work out the kink in that right calf. Here within 11 again, 56-45. Governors will have to do without their top player here for the time being, though. Johnson still in the backcourt. McMillan will speed it across. And a setup coming here for Gabe Kranzler. Borchers back to Kranzler. Back to Borchers again. Down to the baseline. McMillan closed off by Edmond, but a spin move. Shot up a little bit wild. Rebound not handled by Heisler, and an alley-oop attempt as Phillips couldn't get a handle on it. Here come the Governors. Up ahead, Heisler challenging, and he'll go to the free throw line, drawing the foul. And now Marcus Phillips on the other end of the floor. Seems to have maybe the same issue that Lincoln Keenholz had, although with the look on his face, we'll have to hope that that's what the case is for Marcus Phillips. Tyree Nave will check in. Hayden Brown as well. McMillan will join Phillips out. And again, they'll treat that as a cramp too. Boy, up and down the floor. Time and time again. A lot of stop and go. That can certainly contribute to the cramping that we're seeing. I would say the 2 top players in this game for each of their respective teams. So Ben Heisler at the free throw line. Foul goes to Vance Borchers, his second. Heisler to shoot a pair, but the first one will not go. Ben looking for his first point of the day. 56-45, Roosevelt by 11. Heisler will try another. That's no good, but a ricochet into the direction of Jackson Edmond with an offensive rebound. Edmond wants the putback, but it's no good. And it's Borchers down with it. Micah Johnson the other way. Pierce struggles at the stripe continue. They've had their ups and downs. 3 from the corner, no good for Hayden Brown, but Micah Johnson with the rebound in the right place at the right time. And Johnson will head the other way. Micah Johnson with 14 points and a good second half going. We've got a whistle and a timeout. This will be a Brianna Kusler and Pierre timeout. I think she wanted to get Lincoln Keenholz back in the game as soon as possible. 4th timeout taken by the Governors. We'll pause for 60 seconds and a Coca-Cola break. You're listening to Pierre Governor Basketball.
Wow, Bill, you're walking so much better. What did you do?
Well, I got so tired of the pain and nearly fell. And one of my friends recommended physical therapy at Winter Physical Therapy. And you know what? My back also stopped hurting.
Huh. So how did you get started?
My doctor wrote me a referral, but that's not always needed. Turns out you always have a choice where you want to go.
So why did you choose Winter Physical Therapy?
I love to support our locally owned small businesses, and quite frankly, they give great personalized care.
Winter Physical Therapy. Exceptional care.
It's a new year and a new you. Whether you're looking to finance a new vehicle or refinance your current one, Owyhee Federal Credit Union has the best rates in town. With rates starting at 2.25% APR, there's no reason not to check us out. Apply online or stop in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre and see what the ladies at Owyhee Federal Credit Union can do for you.
People helping people. Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
Back at Roosevelt with a 58-45 Rough Rider lead. Governor basketball. As Lincoln Keenholz back on the floor. Pull-up jumper, half circle, will not go. Keenholz had a good touch on that, but taken down by the Rough Riders. Governor basketball brought to you in part by Wegner Auto, Lariat Lanes, Bauman Lumber, Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, Gators Pizza, Pasta, and Subs, Kathy Sonnenschein Properties, Avantera Pier Crossing Casino, Owyhee Federal Credit Union, and TMA. Jackson Edmond fouling around the free throw line here in the bonus. Team foul number 8 for the Governors. Roosevelt also has 8. Borchers from the stripe is no good on his first one, but boy, another offensive rebound. Hayden Brown blocked on the way back up, though, and Edmond coming down with it up ahead. Here we'll set it up. They need some points here. Keenholz. Defense all over the place here, and a push foul called on the Rough Riders. That'll put Keenholz to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. Hayden Brown picking up his second. So Lincoln from the stripe, front end of the 1-and-1 here, no good. Rebound down to Roosevelt. Surprised on the other end. It just seems like Roosevelt been getting a lot of offensive rebounds, even on free throws. 2 minutes to play. Regulation here, 58-45. Here led early by double figures. Micah Johnson with a pull-up off the mark here. That might have been partially touched by the Governors. Hanson with the rebound, feeding into Jackson. Edmond! Yes, a slam for Edmond, who takes advantage of the over pursuit. It's only a basket. We'll see if the Governors can get a charge put into the offense here, but Johnson back the other way. 3 ball in the corner, no good for Brown. Keenholz rebounds, he'll be fouled. Jackson Edmond turned around after 2 Rough Rider defenders over pursued on that pass. And we could just see his face light up. He went up high with one hand and threw it down. But again, still a double-digit deficit as Pierre is in the double bonus here. Team foul number 10 for Roosevelt. Keenholz will get 2 now. Tyree Nave called for the foul. Lincoln gets the first one. Hayden Brown checking out. Sam McMillan, 6'2 senior, back in for Roosevelt. As Keenholz will get one more here. And it's up, and it's down. 20 points for Lincoln Keenholz. The Governors are within 9, 58-49, and Hanson will commit a foul here as the Governors tried to trap the ball handler in the backcourt. Hanson with his first personal. Jackson Edmond was in that mix too. He's got to be careful. He has 4 personal fouls. So does Christian Bush, who is not on the floor right now. 1:22 to go. This will be a final 1-and-1 for Roosevelt, and it has Micah Johnson at the free throw line. Front end is no good as the Rough Riders continue to struggle at the stripe. Edmond rebounds. Governors will try to make it more interesting here. Keno, stop and go. Finger roll, no good. Off the pad at the bottom of the backboard. Caught by Edmond. He'll put it back up and in. In the backcourt still. Oh, that was a double dribble. Gabe Kranzler, even with a smile on his face, I think he knows he got away with one here. 50 seconds to go and a timeout called. Nope, that's a foul called with Johnson driving. Oh, too bad for the Governors. Gabe Kranzler had a moment of indecision. He got both hands on the basketball in the backcourt still, but as Pierre has gotten within 7 here, Johnson gets a double bonus. Didn't see who the foul was on. Looks like Jack Merkwan, his second. Micah Johnson can't get the first of 2. He'll try another one. And that one is good with a shooter's roll. Boy, the Roosevelt free throw shooting percentage is not great today. That's one thing keeping the Governors in, but they get their top player now, Marcus Phillips, back on as he has worked out the cramp that he had earlier. 59-51. Pierre needs some instant offense. Keenholz through Edmonds' hands, but picked up by Hansen. He'll put it up and in for 2. And Brianna Kuzler will call a timeout here. She doesn't have the luxury of calling a lot. In fact, this will be her final timeout. A 60-second full timeout, but with 36 seconds left in this game, we'll take a 30-second break ourselves. And a Coca-Cola break in the action, 59-53. Governors trying to hang tough here at top-ranked Roosevelt on River 92.7.
As community bankers, BankWest employees are deeply committed to supporting local causes, growing the local economy, and creating local opportunities. At a time when you can bank anywhere, we hope you choose BankWest. We'll be your financial partner for the long haul, helping you and your community achieve financial success. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free.
53, the 18-0 Sioux Falls Roosevelt Rough Riders on top of the 9-10 Pierre Governors by 6. Possession arrow belonging to Roosevelt. Roosevelt, of course, has all of their timeouts left. And they have the basketball. Pierre will contest the inbound. They'll have to go the length of the floor. All 10 players here in the backcourt on our end of the floor. Phillips wants to go long, and Borchers has it, and he'll baby jam it. Well, it's probably a play they set up in their own timeout huddle there. Here's Hansen underneath through his hands, but he'll keep the dribble alive. Edmond fakes, drives, and he slams it home again. Good drive for Jackson Edmonds, 61-55. Pierre has to foul. They do not have any timeouts. Marcus Phillips will go to the line as Jack Merkwan, rather. He and Phillips share some pleasantries. Merk will pick up his third. Well, I'll tell you what, if you're the Governors, you pretty much want Roosevelt on the free throw line for more reasons than the obvious. They're not shooting at a very good clip here. 3 of 10 in the second half. 14 seconds on the clock. Still a 2-possession game for now, but Phillips just made it a 3-possession game. 7-point lead. First one is good, 62-55. Sam McMillan back in. Hayden Brown checking out. McMillan will get another one. Or not McMillan, but Phillips, and that is good. 8-point advantage. Pierre will speed it across the timeline. Hansen hesitates, and nowhere to go. Phillips in his way. Merkwan for 3 in the wing. That is up no good, and that will do it. Boy, the Pierre Governors, again, proving they can play with the best teams in the state here. They'll come up short, but on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard, it's Sioux Falls Roosevelt 63 and the Governors 55. Final score brought to you by Gales Gas Service in Pierre. Use their budget plan and keep full service and stay warm all season long with Gales Gas Service in Pierre. Let's take a 3-minute timeout, and we'll be back to talk about this one, including a conversation with Coach Brianna Kuzler We'll have a full recap. Got your plays of the game. Big plays brought to you by Hermanson Endodontics. We've got our Cowboy Country Store player of the game to announce when we return in our Family Dental post game, which is brought to you by Family Dental offices in Pierre and Gettysburg. We return in 3 minutes. You're listening to Governor Basketball and your official voice of the Governors, River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
The team at Family Dental of Pierre and Gettysburg are devoted to spending time with each patient to answer all questions and address any concerns that arise. Family Dental wants all of their current and future patients to feel welcome and comfortable, and to have the healthiest and best-looking smile possible. They can take care of all of your family's dental needs with cleanings, checkups, implants, same-day crowns, and many other dental services. Dr. Ryan Jensen welcomes new patients too. Family Dental of Pierre and Gettysburg, caring for all of your family's dental needs.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Beck Motor Company hopes your holiday season was a healthy and joyful time with your family and friends. As we head into the new year, we wish to thank our customers for their business and friendship. We're proud to serve you, and it's our hope that we can be there for your automotive needs in 2022. Whether it's a new vehicle, maintenance work, detail, or a fender bender, we are here for you. Beck-Motors.com, 605-224-5912.
Every day, we're making a great deal better.
Dakota Storm Roofing is a locally owned roofing company in Pierre, specializing in both residential and commercial roofing services. They can handle your asphalt shingle, metal roofing, and flat roof needs. New construction, plus all types of roof repairs. They can handle the finishing touches, adding fascia, soffit, and gutters too. No job is too big or too small. For a free estimate, call Dakota Storm Roofing at 280-9794. Go to dakotastormroofing.com or find them on Facebook or Instagram. Hey, DQ fans, when was the last time you ordered the crispy classic chicken strips or the juicy rotisserie-style chicken bites? Both baskets are sumptuous, tender, and paired with Texas toast and golden French fries. With options this good, either choice is the perfect choice. Enjoy your favorite chicken basket today at DQ. Happy tastes good.
There's an app for everything, including high school sports from the stations of DRG Media Group. Download the DRG News app, brought to you by the Golden Buffalo Casino, from the App Store or Google Play. It only takes a moment, so you'll have it to replay this game. See live and archived video of all games. And when you select your favorite station during the live stream, the video will immediately pop up. See Central South Dakota high school sports on your phone or mobile device with the DRG News app, brought to you by the Golden Buffalo Casino. Download it now at the App Store or Google Play.
Well, it was an awful lot of fun in this one, finding out what the Governors are made of, and I'd say they're made with an awful lot of moxie and, well, a little P&V, if you know what I'm talking about. But that was a good ball game here played by the Governors. They got off to such a fast start and actually led by 10 at the end of one. They scored the first basket of the second period, led 24-12. But the real Sioux Falls Roosevelt Rough Riders showed up after that, as the Governors went a little bit cold in the second period. And I'll tell you what, if they don't score only 6 points in the second quarter of this basketball game, well, Sioux Falls Roosevelt might be sitting there with one loss in the loss column. But still, Roosevelt proves their worth in this one. 63-55, again, 22-12 Pierre at the end of one, but it was 30-28 at halftime. Roosevelt took their first lead of the game, breaking what was a 28-28 tie, and they scored the last 2 points of that first half of play. And then they go on and outscore the Governors 19-11 in the third quarter. Built what was, I think, as big of a lead as 13 in this game a couple of times. But Pierre hung tough. I tell you, Pierre comes back with a 16-14 advantage, and what was a 13-point deficit crawled all the way down to 6 at one point. At I think 61-55. But yeah, Roosevelt Scores last couple of free throws from Marcus Phillips to make it an 8-point margin of victory. But still, 50% shooting for the Governors. They could have done better on the free throw line, but so could have Sioux Falls Roosevelt. When we look at the stats, you'll see what we're talking about. Pierre could have hit a couple of more threes. They started hot, hit a couple in the first quarter, but only 3 on the game. But still, just a really fun and well-played ball game by the Governors here on the road. 50% in the first half, 50% in the second half. 9 of 18 on the floor for Pierre, 22 of 44 unofficially overall. But again, just 3 of 11 from long range and 6 of 14 from the free throw line. Pierre with 2 double-figure scores. They'll get Lincoln Keenholz with a game-high 21 points in this one. Jackson Edmond with 10 of his 12 coming in the second half. Matthew Hansen with 8 points. Jack Merkwan with 5. Christian Bush with 4. And 1 3-pointer for Jack Merkwan. Jacob Mayer, by the way, had 5, not Merkwan. Merkwan had 3. And Cade Kaiser with 2 points in this one. 55 on the board for the Governors. For Roosevelt, though, a 13 of 24 second half puts them a little bit better than 50%. So they certainly did their part. It's a pretty good shooting team from the outside, but they obviously can work their way into high percentage shots as well. 24 of 46 overall, 6 of 16 from outside the arc. Free throws got to be better than that, though. 9 out of 21. But certainly with their high-powered offense, maybe they don't have to shoot free throws with a lot of regularity. Marcus Phillips with 17 points. Good ball game. Great player. 6'6 senior. And a great player, too, in Micah Johnson, a 5'11 senior. Did score 15 points in this game, but his defense, I think, is one of the things that helped turn this game around in Roosevelt's favor. Vance Borchers does a lot of good things. He scores 9 points in this one. 5 points apiece for Gabe Kranzler and for Hayden Brown off the bench. 4 more each for Sam McMillan and for Tyree Nave, who came in off the bench and played well today. Thorlingo Gilo with 2 points and Justin Shaw with 1 free throw off the bench as well. 63-55. Governors stayed right there within single digits with the top team in South Dakota. But Roosevelt a little bit better on the rebounding end, 9-7 on the offensive side. Overall, actually 27 and 27 per team, but Pierre with 18 turnovers in this game, 10 of those in the second half. Roosevelt, who had 9 in the first half, only turns it over 1 time in the third quarter, 1 more time in the fourth, a total of 11, and they've got a 14-11 advantage on the assist column as well. Individually, I've got Marcus Phillips with 10 rebounds to lead the way for Sioux Falls Roosevelt. And Jackson Edmond, who had 4 at the half, will finish with 8 in this game. Lincoln Keenholz had a lot of rebounds in the second half of play and unofficially give him 10 to lead the Governors. So, Pierre coming up short in this one, and they'll finish their regular season with an 8-10 record. Right now, the 11 seed, and I imagine they may just as well stay there, as their power average coming in was 39.8. They'll get 39 points for the loss to a high, large, big winning percentage team like Sioux Falls Roosevelt. Will they stay at 11? Will they maybe be able to climb up to the 10 spot? We'll see, I guess. There are more games to be played, one from Roosevelt, in fact, as they've got Aberdeen Central up in Aberdeen on Monday. Brookings and Brandon Valley. Brandon Valley, the 10 seed, has a game to go as well, but that is at 1 win Brookings coming up on Monday. Still plenty more to talk about as we've given you the stats. We'll do big plays of the game coming up from Hermanson Endodontics, but let's take another 2-minute timeout as you are listening to Pierre Governor Basketball on River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
There's one place to watch Pierre Governor Sports online, and that's liveticket.tv. Go Govs Live is where you can find Pierre Governor Sports online. And the folks at Live Ticket thank all of the sponsors that help make sure this all brought to you for free. And if you'd like to sponsor Pierre Governor Sports, just call Live Ticket at 833-605-LIVE. That's 833-605-LIVE. Pierre Governor Sports. Watch them online with Live Tickets.
Chances are you're overlooking a big energy thief in your home or commercial building.
the garage doors. But Overhead Door Company of Pierre can help stop that energy waste with a full range of insulated, weather-tight garage doors. Their residential garage doors give you insulated performance at an uninsulated price. And their Thermocore insulated steel doors give commercial buildings the energy efficiency they demand today. Find out more. Call Overhead Door Company of Pierre at 1-800-649-9905 and put a stop to the garage door energy thief.
Finances, retirement, and investments can all be confusing. Even though we have access to an infinite amount of information, often there is a disconnect between what we should do and what we are actually doing. That's why at Ranky Gray Wealth Management, our team has devoted over 35 years to bringing clear advice about reaching financial independence. The information you need and how to apply it is as simple as calling Scott and I at 224-5959 or visit rankygray.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial Member FINRA. Investment advice offered through GWM Advisors, a registered investment advisor. GWM and Ranky Gray Wealth Management are separate entities from LPL Financial.
At Avera Health Plans, we know your egg business is vital to South Dakota, and affordable health insurance is essential to running that business. As your health insurance partner, we'll help to lighten the load of managing these expenses in an uncertain market. We're dedicated to rural health care with extensive preventative care services that are good for communities. We'll work with you to create a plan that's both affordable and effective, so your employees have the coverage they need when they need it. You don't have to wait. Call your agent or get a quote at averahealthplans.com/save.
Welcome back to Sioux Falls Roosevelt High as the Governors play valiantly here today, but come up short 63-55, 8-10 on the regular season. Let's talk about it with our head coach, Brianna Kusler. And, I had fun in this one, Coach. Maybe you did too. And a loss is a loss, and it's not that result that you wanted. But maybe the way you started in this game, I'd have to think maybe the most fun quarter of basketball you've played. You had these guys up by 10, even 12 early second quarter. Very well played game against the best team in the state, but it's still a loss. How do you feel about it?
I think we feel pretty good about this, especially where we're heading now into the SODAC 16. There were a lot of positive things that came from this. They're against a team here. You can't afford many possessions with mistakes, and we had a couple too many, and that's what they do is they start to speed you up and get you uncomfortable. And there were times where we win a couple too many possessions in a row, especially where then they got some momentum and they carried into that. But I thought, I was really impressed with our guys' composure, and that was something we talked about beforehand. Composure when they make shots because they're coming at you and they've got that momentum, and then really take advantage of those opportunities when they do miss shots. And I thought that we did capitalize pretty well. But there were just too many times. I liked our attack mentality come the end of the fourth quarter when we had to make a comeback, but a little too late at that point. We've got to have that mentality from the get-go. Yeah. But a team like this, they're coming and they're pressuring you hard, and they're coming with all their force that they have, and especially they're risking a lot when they're coming with that. And too many times we played into what they wanted us to do. I thought though we made changes and made adjustments, and our guys adapted really well.
We were a little disappointed off of that loss against Jefferson on Tuesday night, especially in the first half. Jefferson got back on, beat you down the floor a few times. Their transition was a really good thing. I don't feel like we saw a lot of that here today. I think you got back on defense a lot better. You mentioned the SODAC 16. You might be seeing Jefferson again next Saturday. Who knows? Even though it would be in their place. But this is how you need to play when you get into that game, no doubt about that.
Absolutely. This team is the number one team and undefeated for a reason, and we just gave them a run for their money, and I'm really proud of the effort that our guys gave. We've got 5 days of solid practice here in preparation. We won't find out who we play until after Monday night, but whoever it is, we have to go in and focus on ourselves a lot, and I thought tonight we executed well and just didn't score more points.
With the start that you had against this team, and now you knew it would be a fast game. You told us Tuesday night that you expected more of the same, but maybe even a faster paced ball game. But man, you're up 24-12 early second quarter, and you're almost beating them at their own game. Unfortunately, the scoring slowed a little bit. You feel like maybe things you started to rush shots a little bit, and that's why they weren't falling, or were you still comfortable with what was going on offensively?
I feel like there is such thing as good misses, and I thought that we were taking pretty quality shots, and we just weren't knocking them down, and that's not going to happen every single night. I thought Matthew Hansen, Brecken Kruger, Jack was taking good looks, and Lincoln was taking quality looks, and some of those fell and some of them didn't, and we just went in a stretch where they weren't falling, and that's when you've got to really make sure that we are getting back to an attack mentality. I thought that again, Lincoln had a nice attack at the end where he dished it off to Jackson for an easy bunny, and we talked about playing smart, being sharp, and making the game simple. And when we did that and we just played the game how we're capable of, the score reflected that. And I think tonight overall, I know it's a loss, but it really is a win as far as the progress that we're continuing to make.
It's pretty crazy how many times a hand can be in a passing lane, though. I mean,
oh, yeah.
And Micah Johnson, my goodness, as quick as they come. That guy is he's all over the floor. But, you take this game, and the deeper you want to go into the postseason, obviously these are the types of teams and the type of games that you're going to have to win.
Yep, absolutely, and we're going to continue to get back to work next week in preparation to do just that.
And you'll be on the road, obviously, so it's just all about staying focused, and it's one game to reach a goal, and we're looking forward to it, Coach. Great, fun game tonight. Job well done, and we'll wish you the best. We'll see you next Saturday.
Thank you.
Brianna Kuzler, the Governor head coach, but the Governors come short 63-55. Sioux Falls Roosevelt 19-0 on the season. The Governors falling to 8-10, and still think about a few games the Governors could have, should have, would have had here and there, but along the way. But another good, I think, application of what you learn from a loss on Tuesday night to Sioux Falls Jefferson. Let's talk about big plays in this game. Big plays are brought to you by Hermanson Endodontics in Pierre. We'll hear from Hermanson's, and we're back to give you the big plays in this one. This is Pierre Governor basketball.
Quality comes first at Hermanson Endodontics. Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics strives to provide treatment that is not only comfortable, but also provides the best possible outcome. They do this by effective and timely communication with your dentist and preserving as much of the tooth as possible using state-of-the-art three-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics in Pierre.
Well, Hermanson Endodontics, big plays of this game. Certainly the start that the Governors got out to and got off and running, leading by 10, 22-12, shooting 10 of 15 in that first quarter of play. Sioux Falls Roosevelt turning the ball over 6 times. They only turned it over 5 times the rest of that game, but you certainly love, again, and you see what the Governors are capable of, but we saw what Roosevelt was capable of, specifically in that second quarter. Govs go cold. Roosevelt puts an 18 spot up. One thing I like, now I'll get to this a little bit later, but one thing I like about the Governors, and you just kind of assume that Roosevelt, with the offense that they have, they've scored big points for much of the season. Yeah, they've been tested by a lot of good teams. They've been tested by teams that, like Pierre, that are under 500, but they just flat out know how to win, and I think they use their defense to help turn things around. But it's the steals. Actually, it was the third quarter, especially where they outscored Pierre 19-11. They built up the lead, but through those middle 2 quarters, a 37-17 advantage. From the second and third quarters. Governors outscored them in the first and the fourth, but the defense, the quickness, the Micah Johnsons of the world are really what caused the problems here for the Governors, and he's the guy in particular, and those quick guys are the ones who made our big plays of the game. Those are the big plays brought to you by Hermanson Endodontics in Pierre. And a lot of times they're turning those turnovers into points, and that's what Roosevelt does as they win this one by 8. And with that, we've got players of the game to announce. Players of the game sponsored by Cowboy Country Stores in Pierre and Fort Pierre. Let's hear from them, and we're back to award our next post-game piece of hardware.
Anytime is a good time for Cowboy Country Stores. Fill up your tank and your stomach. February special at Cowboy Country Store on Harrison and Pierre and in Fort Pierre. Large dipper bowls, just $5 during February. Chicken dippers, mashed potatoes and gravy, and corn, just $5. Stop by Cowboy Country Stores for delicious foods. Breakfast starting at 5 a.m. with fresh baked pastries, regular and breakfast pizzas, coffees, and more. Convenience with a capital C. Cowboy Country Stores in Pierre and Fort Pierre.
Well, Cowboy Country Stores with players of the game, and we'll put a big pat on the back to Lincoln Keenholz. I think this was a good game and a good opportunity for Lincoln to show his worth as a basketball player and shine as perhaps one of the top players in the state. Obviously, we know that he went over the 1,000-point mark here a couple of games ago, and Lincoln, in fact, leads all scorers with 21 points, and he only hit one three-pointer, so he was doing things all over the court, and he got to the free throw line and shot for a pretty good percentage. He pulled down a team-high 10 rebounds to go along with his 21 points as well. So Lincoln Keenholz, a job well done. Early on, a lot of Governors chipped in and did a lot of nice things, and but obviously another good team effort, but it is on the downside in this one. As for the Sioux Falls Roosevelt Rough Riders, a couple of double-figure performances. Marcus Phillips with 17 points and 10 rebounds, and Micah Johnson with his 15 points. Micah had 5 rebounds in the first half, maybe one more in the second, but really for me, it was Micah Johnson with not only the steals. I have him at 5 steals in this game, but he also dished out 5 assists that were key in especially the second and third periods when Roosevelt made their comeback, and then they pulled up away from the Governors into a double-digit lead, which from being down 12 to being up 13 at one point, 25-point turnaround, and it was Micah Johnson, to me, who was really the spearhead of that movement defensively and on the offensive end, the dishing of the rock, as they say, as the reason why Roosevelt wins this game. Micah Johnson, the 5'11 senior for Sioux Falls Roosevelt, is today's player of the game. We'll get him a T-shirt noting his accomplishments from Cowboy Country Stores and River 92.7 Sports as Roosevelt defeats the Governors 63-55. Well, upcoming, we mentioned, Governors will wait for their assignment in the Sodak 16 a week from today. Most likely, I would expect that game to be 7 o'clock. There's a pretty good chance they'll be coming back here to the Metro, whether that happens to be to Sioux Falls Jefferson or speculation could have them. Let's just throw out names, perhaps to Aberdeen. Could be Sioux Falls Lincoln. And, maybe it could be a team like Yankton. We don't know. But maybe even Mitchell. There are some possibilities there. But the Governors on the road next Saturday. Governor girls will be on the road next Friday night, and that will be at Sioux Falls Jefferson as well. And they already know that. They beat the Cavaliers on Tuesday night, 43-40. But after getting a win over Roosevelt today by 15 points, the Governors are the 9 seed. They'll go to number 8, Jefferson, next Friday night in the Sodak 16. We'll have both of those games wherever they happen to be. Maybe we'll just get an overnight trip right here in Sioux Falls next weekend, just as we have been this weekend, giving state wrestling tournament coverage as well. For Sioux Falls Roosevelt, still have a game to go as they go to Aberdeen Central to take on the Golden Eagles on Monday night. As that's our next coverage, by the way, is basketball here on River 92.7. We've got postseason tournament action that is kicking up. Boys basketball on DRG Media Group stations. KGFX will have Stanley County playing Crow Creek on Tuesday night. David Burrell will have that one. We'll follow the Buffaloes as long as they go, and we'll follow other regional teams, especially on KPLO, as far as we can ride with them, perhaps even to a state A or B basketball tournament on the stations of DRG Media Group. But on our way to and from high school sports, remember the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety celebrates being a part of a team. Remember to think twice in case of ice. Slow down and drive for the conditions and buckle up to South Dakota Office of Highway Safety. Big thanks to Caleb Brozick, who's cheering on his Winter Warriors and wrestling in the state dual championship for Class B. If you missed it earlier, the Pierre Governors finished third in the state dual tournament this year. They beat Harrisburg, lost to Brandon Valley, but finished 36-28 on top of Watertown to avenge a loss to the Arrows from a few weeks back over in Huron. The Governors with congratulations. And by the way, the Pierre Governor girls, the first ever state girls team champion as they scored 146 points and outdistanced Canton by 17 to be the state girls wrestling champions. There will be a welcome home ceremony to celebrate and honor the girls who are state champions. We'll have that 6 o'clock at Riggs High Gym on Monday night. Hope you can join us for that one. That's not here on the air. You'll have to just go to the gym, and we'll be helping them out with the festivities there. Congratulations to Matt Thorson, Travis Easley, Sean Lewis, and the whole bunch, and the Governor boys who finished fifth in the state tournament. They finished third in the dual tournament, but certainly to the state champion, Pierre Governor girls, and Sierra McFarling, the only state individual champion that the Governors had from state wrestling tournament action this past weekend. We will visit with you again, by the way, next Friday and Saturday nights. Girls Sodak 16 Friday, the boys on Saturday, as we continue to follow the Pierre Governors. Your official voice of the Governors, River 92.7 and drgnews.com. For Caleb Brozick, as we mentioned, and for Heather Williams in studio, I'm Brian Oakland, DRG Media Group Sports. Once again, your final Gales Gas Service scoreboard at Sioux Falls Roosevelt, still unbeaten, defeating the Governors 63-55. Have a great rest of the weekend, everybody.